With the Keel of the Exiles finish, there's all we got left is to continue on. The downside is we're almost done with Zaldin's translations of the story. Now, with the boundary space. So this entity was a collective consciousness, an entity that affects the evolution of the universe. Yes. Haza, do you know about this being? It appears they are different from myself, a higher dimensional ideation quantum interface accumulator. They do not sound like Napoleons either. I would like to believe this collective consciousness is a higher dimension entity that transcends space-time. So, a god? The concept of God varies, but they may be something akin to that. The castle here with us is known as God's Castle, and there's also a god in my world known as the Sun King. I'd say it's safe to say gods do exist, and devils as well. Gods and devils would qualify as opposing beings, and I can see how them fighting could bring death to the universe like they said. But what's this third party that strikes the balance, taking the middle road? They said they weren't sure of that themselves. I understand what they're saying. With with that the universe can only exist with intelligent life. It needs observers to confirm its own existence, but an entity that affects the evolution of the universe is too vague to properly grasp. I feel like I may not remember everything she said to me, or they said to me. Could they have manipulated her memories? But last thing they said was for me to prove that humanity shouldn't be brought to ruin. Hmm. She looks so curious about it. So that's your reason for wanting to join the Divine Doers? Yes. Very well then. I hereby approve your admittance along with Akito Hyuga. How about we use your experience as commander of the W0 Squadron to help with my work for the Divine Doers, Captain? I have no objections. Thank you, sir. Well then, I look forward to working with you, Layla. This is a couple I would never have expected to work together. It's kind of cute. Likewise. Now, let's move on to the next topic for discussion. I'd like to hear what we've discovered from our analysis of the jewel, the Magatama. I wasn't able to determine what it was made from, unfortunately. However, it's most definitely a device meant for transmitting thoughts across dimensions. And the reason Dito and Haza can use to communicate is due to them possessing matching telepathic powers. So it acts as a medium for thought transmission then? Exactly. But as it stands, Dito and Haza are the only ones that can use it. For anyone else to be able to, they would have to somehow acquire telepathic abilities themselves, or amplify the Magatama's function itself. The latter is by far the more probable. Can you maybe work up some magic to make that happen? I can give it a whirl, but I doubt it's possible. Even still, I'd like you to try. Alright then. That brings us to the topic that brings us to the last topic for discussion. I believe we need to improve our cooperation with our allies that are scattered throughout the world for the sake of our future operations. Especially for those whom we are unaware of the current state of affairs, we should prioritize linking up with them and explaining what's transpired. Then our next destination will be... Yeah, World 5! Banjo Harani Hinaho Kaizuka's world. Sometime before the Duke Line, the battleship housing Inoho, Banjo, and the others arrived at the United Earth's headquarters in Novosibirsk, Russia. Slaying Troyard of the Verse Empire recalls his past within the Martian Sazbom's landing castle. Apparently, okay. So at the Ver's Martian Empire Palace, the bathhouse. Apparently, life pod crashed through the ceiling and Slane's hanging out of it. And apparently he's realizing that his water is filled up with water. Quiz takes it off, but he's not the energy left to spit out all the water he swallowed. Okay, this is where Asylum saves him. Huh. So this is the flashback of when she saves him. It's kind of cute. Too bad I don't like Slane. But yeah, it's flashback. Anyways, he thinks it's how Princess Salem saved them, and he wouldn't be alive now if not for her. That's why he resolves to not say anything about her, so he can take advantage of or come after. No one can take advantage of come after her, be they Martian or Terran. Now we're back at Salzbaum's landing castle. He's waking up in a fancy room in Salzbaum's castle. Apparently, he wonders if he was dreaming, and Salzman tells him that he can relax and rest here. He's confused. because he was apparently interrogated by Count Crucio, triggering yet another flashback. Oh boy, the torture chamber. He's apparently Crucio's asking if he's willing to talk now. So Slane asks him if he's on Princess Salem's side, apparently. Apparently, what's called? He says he is on her side and he intends to strike fear into his Terran friends as punishment for his sins. Apparently, he just wants a reason to fight, what's called? Yeah, fight Earth, that the princess wanted peace with Earth. And of course, he gets angry and tortures him. Apparently now that they report sightings of the Duke Lion. So it's a shift from 15 years ago is what the Duke Lion is. Apparently it can't activate its Aldnoah drive, so it's useless. Yeah, it needs an Aldnoah drive, which... Huh. And apparently, what's called? Apparently Slane laughs at them and he wonders why, which makes sense. They've got the princess, so they can use the thing. Apparently, he wants to demand why he speaks. Okay, sorry about that. So apparently, Sazban was not to Criteria demands to know if it was someone using an Aldnoah that defeated Hellas. But Slane apparently he's only telling them that they're getting what they deserve for doing this to the Earth and the Earth the princess loves so much. Apparently only a select few people from Verse can activate Aldnoah, and the only one that has been there recently is Princess Salem. Apparently he's wondering if she's alive. Oh, dang. So apparently Slane just passed out after asking if there was sending more assassins after her. Apparently she'll crush it all, which makes sense. Eating the hell is crazy like that. So at this time, he learns... Yeah, Crucio learned that Slane knows that the princess is alive when out searching his home, telling no one it's not alert the traitors, and risking capture. Apparently now they're about to get attacked. Hold on. Oh snap, cataphract. So yeah, apparently they're gonna contact Earth and offer a truce, so they may combine their efforts to search Princess Salem and punish whoever's behind it. But apparently Sazban's cataphract, the Dioscuria attacks. This is where he realizes that Sazban was the one that was behind the what's called assassinations. Oh, that's game. Apparently he only remembers what happened before he passed out. And Sazban tells him that he dealt with Count Coteo. And he's like, why? Because he's apparently indebted to Slane's father and was obligated to repay that debt. He then explains that he was a traitor who tried to assassinate Salem. And of course he asks why. And Sazban says it is his duty to expand his territory for his people. And the verse has grown scientifically thanks to the Aldnoah, but their culture is stagnant. Anyways, they subsist on chlorella and krill while the earth is abundant in nature. He apparently believes there's no reason not to, invade Earth and seize its bountiful resources. They're just redoing the anime plot, literally. I said more crossovers, honestly, but this is a phone game. Apparently there's no reason to take it. Slane does point out that apparently it doesn't justify using the princess. Apparently it's too late for that. Yeah, war's already started and the princess will serve as a sacrifice. And Sazban is convinced that she's guilty by virtue of being born into royalty. Apparently it's the royal family that stirred the knights into a frenzy and set them upon Earth. And every verse, I remember the verse looks upon Earth in envy and hatred. He apparently insists that their cause built on a corrupt foundation can only be sustained through an invasion. That's messed up. That is very messed up. Apparently, it's a what's called to keep their grip on Verse strong. The royal family chose to rekindle the flames of conflict, and that led to Heaven's Fall. Apparently, where Sazban lost his fiance Okain in battle. Hold on. Okay. But yeah. Heaven's Fall. Hmm. Anyways, but yeah, they apparently started a war, and their limits of water were plentiful during the age of civilization crafted out of Noah. Now apparently the atmosphere at the cusspers is so thin that it may as well be a vacuum. The precious little water remains on the ground. The thin atmosphere is what plagues them with dust storms, which ensures that regardless of how much land they possess, their harvest will always be meager the more population grows. And apparently their second leader, Emperor Gilgigan, he believed in the power of Aldnoah and poured his all into creating an industrial revolution. The royal families, the wielders of Aldnoah, they possessed absolute power and turned a deaf ear to the people's suffering. And then they just raged towards the earth. Apparently, the emperor spurred the people's anger with claims that Earth, with their claims of sovereignty, denial of independence, and attempts to rule from afar, was their enemy and the source of their suffering. Well, finally, the baseless lies were well received, and then the people of Earth believed they were superior, and that subhumans who hoarded Earth's bounty for themselves were evil. And then the existence of the Meganoids apparently helped to promote this. They plotted an invasion and traveled via the Hypergate, gathering their forces on the moon, foolishly believing all the while that justice was on their side. And Sazbom's Dioscurio with superior flight capability, and Orlane's Duke-Lion landed on Tanegashima as a advance party. Then the Hypergate went out of control, the moon was shattered, and debris rained down on them, killing Orlane. Dang. He... Dang. He really lost his wife on that. Apparently, Sazban says he swore to lay the ghost to rest. This war serves as his revenge, his destiny. Alright, now we're back at the Duke Lions Bridge. Apparently they announced that the arrival of the United Earth headquarters. And Misazaki says this looks like the end of their journey. But of course, Magbridge says that's only for now. Because if they stay here, the enemy may come for them next. And then Misazaki says that this location is an underground secret base, 600 meters below ground. That doesn't matter. They have literal mechs that defy logic. Never forget, one of their mechs was able to deflect literally a rocket punch. If I'm correctly. Regardless. But yeah, low ground, sheltering numerous evacuees, able to withstand a nuclear attack, and has 3 years worth of provisions stockpiled. Perry Matter says that while that's true, it would be all over if they lost this location. And she prays for the success of Princess Salem's speech. The Aldnoah drive room. The Aldnoah. They're apparently gazing at the Aldnoah drive, and she thanks him for saving her. But he says that, yeah, he says that he wasn't really trying to save her specifically. He says this is a war, apparently. She calls him a good person at least and asks if he'll continue to be your friend. He could, of course, he'll continue. Nah. And Neto Ryuto tells Princess Stein to go for her speech. That's cute, though. Too bad he doesn't get her. Alright, at Nova Staric Earth Union Headquarters. Preparations are complete for the laser transmission to the lunar base. Please go ahead, Princess. My name is Asalem Versa Lucia, first Princess of Verse and granddaughter of Emperor Ray Regalia Verse Ravers. I speak now to the people of Verse. I ask you to seize this meaningless war immediately. I am alive and unharmed. Yeah, thanks to Inaho. The people of Earth were not responsible for my assassination attempt. It was the orbital knights, who only desired a pretext under which to invade. Please cease fighting without delay, and seek peace with Earth immediately. Please, put a stop to this tragedy. Apparently he's telling her that, now he's telling Slane that the prince made a speech, which was apparently transmitted to the moon base. Dang. Apparently the speech was transited to the moon base. which is under control by his cohorts, meaning that speech will never reach anyone. Before he can continue, though, apparently one of his soldiers reports that the Vegan Empire has launched an attack. Yeah, Church thinks they must still hold a grudge from them interfering with their meteor assaults on Earth. And he thinks that they must be dealt with first before he can pursue his next plan. Okay, I'll continue on. Ugh, so much dialogue though. The vegans didn't hit us with anything new this time. Just same old with nothing to really worry about. Well, it was just a bunch of sausages after all. Daisuke took most of them down on his own. Grandeur is what the vegan empire is after. That is why I had to be the one to deal with them. Come on, you know they aren't just your problem anymore, Daisuke. The forces of the vegan empire have been deploying have steadily decreased in size. It could be the supplies from their home planet have been delayed somehow. So they won't be using meteor strikes against us again, I guess? To do that, they'd need to not only move a meteor into lunar orbit, but they'd also have to retain precise control over it. Most likely, the Martians are preventing either or both of those from happening. You know, the Martians haven't come down here yet. I mean, they know we've got their princess with us now, right? They certainly received Princess Salem's message, but if the Vegan Empire find them to a standstill, they likely aren't able to make their way here now. Even so, there should be some way they could get here. There's still the factions that plotted Princess Salem's assassination to consider. That would keep them from being able to coordinate with their allies, because doing so would be like telling the enemy what you were doing. Right. Man, this Martian and vegan thing's gotten really complicated. Still, it won't be like this forever. That's right, if this deadlock is broken, Nova Staris will come under heavy assault, and then we'll be the only ones here to defend it. That's not good. Heh, what in the medical bay? Apparently Mardo's in a simulator being run by Dr. Yagarai. He's reliving the battle at Tanegashima 15 years ago. We had to shoot his comrade, John Humere, when he was trapped inside of a burning tank, and there's no way to save him. And apparently he's trying to get over it. Now Yuki comes in bringing Rayette. And of course Rayette's not going to say anything. The captain apparently ordered her to be seen by Dr. Yagarai before being moved to a cell in the base. But yeah, apparently he tried encouraging her to talk to what's called Dr. Yagarai, but that doesn't work. He then remembers that Rayette's father was part of the assassination team that tried to kill Asylum, only to killed by her fellow Martians. And apparently she pointed a gun at herself at Asylum before as well. He apparently starts to wonder right there what it's like to be killed by your own allies. And he thought of Humphrey. Yay, vegan stuff. Because in the 70s, vegans were evil. Did another failure, Blackie. How many times does this make now? I'm terribly sorry. Disgraceful. As if you're one to talk. I don't see you producing any results either. Have you forgotten the reason you're able to focus on taking Nova Stars is because on keeping the Verse Empire in check? Not long ago, I received word from the Imperial Guard headquarters. They'll soon be sending a new force to aid us. Is this true? It is. And next time, I will lead the attack on Nova Starisk. Uh-oh. The briefing room. Good grief, it has been ages since it was my turn. Your turn? Oh, don't mind me. How did this Gorman guy contact us anyway? A laser transmission? That's correct. What'd he say? Oh. Oh, wait. Sorry. What did you say? Yeah. Alright. Then in 5 hours, they're going to launch an all-out attack on the city of Krasnoyarsk and hand over Grandnizer to them. We want to keep that from happening. Apparently, Nova Starisk is a made-up location of the abnormal world. Krasnoyarsk is an actual place, though. It's probably based on that. But that city's uninhabited right now, isn't it? Right. Sounds like they just want to lure out Grandnizer and the Duke Alliance so they can attack UE headquarters while we're away. But there's no way that can work if all they have is sausages, right? Yeah, there's no way. Even if they were able to launch a meteor strike, they wouldn't have enough time to execute it. Right. And the Martians wouldn't just let them do it either. We'd probably assume they had something planned that's as fearsome or more threatening than a meteor strike. So then we should ignore the transmission and fortify Novastarisk. Still, Gorman is a despicable man. If I don't show up, there's no telling what he may do in response. There's not much point in attacking an uninhabited city at this stage, even less so for setting a time frame for it. I definitely get the feeling they've got something cooking up. Maybe. That's why I think I should accept their challenge, to discover what it is they're up to. Captain, please give me permission to go low. Denied. But if we're going, we're all going. But if something does happen here at Novastarsk, they'll have Dizern and Grendizer rush back to protect it. Understood. There has to be a reason for setting a time and place for this. Well, I don't know what that is yet. It does give us ample time to prepare for it. Captain, I have a proposal. Let's hear it. That little psychotic, genius, autistic guy. Yeah. Let's do this! Episode 46, Broken Balance. Beauty, Reka, how's it going on your end? All good here. We finished setting all the landmines Inoho wanted. If we lure the enemy in that direction, we'll be able to reduce their numbers somewhat. I like this decoy. I'm sure the Vegan Empire will find me plenty enticing. Well, it's about time. Multiple high-energy heat sources sending from above. There you are, Gorman. I see you brought friends along with you, Duke Fleet. Heh. Well, I don't recall you saying only for Grenadier to show, now did you? If I had known that, I would have prepared more forces. He would have spotted us from all above well in advance. He knew full well how many of us were here. Report from UE headquarters, Captain. The Vegan Empire and the Martians have engaged in battle in the upper atmosphere. They're fighting on two fronts at once then. And it's too late for a meteor strike now. Today we settle this, Duke Fleet. I'll crush whatever you've got schemed, no matter what it is. We just gotta lower... Hold on. So we just gotta lower stuff, that's all. I do like the fact that Aldno is the main driving force behind this. It makes you wonder, like, Super Raw Wars MX used Dragonar as the main real robot thing. I just want more future games to stop using Gundam as the main real robot conflict. It makes sense why it is. Because of the fact that it's the most popular. But come on. Let's see some attacks. Ha. They can't attack. Come on, girl. Yeah. That one's dead. Now he's gotta kill this one. Or... yeah, this one. Dang it. Return. And that one's dead. Now he's gotta destroy one more. There we go. That triggers that attack. Now, Duke. Roger. Benmei. Good to see you again, Banjo Haran. Oh, man. So it's a double joint attack. That's stupid. Great. Great. Let's do this. Aha, just look at all the beautiful mechs gathered on the battlefield. He's in position. What are you doing all the way out here, Benmei? Banjo Haran, today is the day I... Dang. Ah! Oh yeah, the minefield. Ha ha ha. Thanks for spinning the trap for us, Meganoid. Well, Alien, if you're feeling grateful over there, then I'm glad to take that mech of yours. I'll take good care of it as part of my collection. What? I'd never agree to that. Alright then, Banjo Haran. Let's work together to defeat him. Then I'll take that machine of him as my prize. This guy's talking crazy. That's a Meganoid for you. Their arrogance and gluttony has swelled so much that they only see others as tools to use to satisfy their own desires. But Commander Ben May, under no circumstances will I ever make a deal with the devil. So where are the goals for this one? Oh dang, I gotta reduce them both. We'll aim upward for now then. Always aim for a Meganoid. Meganoids are punks. Yeah, we'll have to attack. What do you think about it though? Like, die turn in their enemies is super huge, so it's kind of funny. He could literally just punt the Cataphracts. We're just trying to build morale for now. Alright, now it's time to fully go on the assault. Dang, there's no city terrain bonus or anything that's down. You know it's bad when he's more accurate than I am. There we go, that'll break him. We thought you could hit Cataphractos? This should end it right here. No, it didn't. This should. Good. If only I hadn't got caught in that minefield. It's time, yeah, what's coming to you, Ben May? Something funny, Gorman? How could I not laugh? With Blocky occupying the Verse Empire, and all you brought here to fight me, your fate is all but sealed. What's that supposed to mean? You'll find out when you've arrived in hell. Farewell! I don't like the look of that sky. I'm getting out of here. High energy heat sources descending from above. Just the one. Another saucer beast? No, something else. And it's heading for Novastark. It's Novastarsk. So that was the real target with this two-front battle. Huh. What do you mean? The Vegan Empire didn't want that falling object the Vegan Empire didn't want that falling object's trajectory to be altered. That's why they lured us here. But Noah's Stars still has defenses, which means they sent something that could break through them. Uh-oh. That ain't good. But whoa. That's not gonna end well for anybody. Hopefully that's where the Divine Doers come in. But that'll be enough for now. Since as you may have noticed, that's the end of this, and that's been long enough. So thank you all for watching, or actually, nah. It was a good thing I didn't decide to end the part. Cause it's gonna be interesting. It's called episode 47, Mechanical Gluttony. Trek near 4-1 to Nova Steris headquarters. What's called? We've arrived at the impact point for the falling object at 1437. Beginning investigation. You guys are dead. Still, I can hardly believe this thing. The meteor is still shaped like a perfect sphere. Did it even slow down when it breached the atmosphere? It'd have been a serious hit if it hit headquarters itself. Maybe a shelter 600 meters below ground. But the air takes from something like that? We've got an energy reading? Uh-oh. Why is it the music goes evil when it says it? Because that's Mecha Gilgigan. Mecha Gilgigan. What the hell is that? It's a kind of monster? And it roared. It roared. It's about to attack. The cat unit that was ahead of us was completely wiped out. What is that thing? A saucer beast? It's not the usual size, but it's got to be what the Vegan Empire sent in. This is the ace up their sleeve. We can't let it reach Noah Starisk. Right, let's get to it, people. Dang. So that's Mecha Gilgigan. If I remember correctly, it appeared in random specials for the old dynamic robot stuff from back then. It's also appeared in MX and a couple other games as an enemy. Huh. Let's see what it can do. Rocket punches. The scary thing to it is it can regenerate. Dear God, I think the vegans are so evil. Yeah, it's gonna do some damage. Alright, we got it. Jeez, the armor of this thing. Our cats don't have near enough firepower to bring it down. We'll have to aim for joints and seams in the armor. We'll have to get close. We got to get in close to pull that off. That's too dangerous for you. You guys just keep you occupied while Banjo and I move in. What? It recovered the damage we dealt. That ain't good. Because it can regenerate! Yay! Not. I wonder if this is where the Divine Doers will come in and, you know, save us. All those attacks were for nothing. Not so necessarily. But we can determine the conditions to trigger or the limitation it has on its regeneration, then we can use that. Or we'll be able to take it out by hitting it hard all at once. Then that's the job for Grenadier and Die Turn. Right. We'll make an opening and then attack them together. Got it. This ain't gonna end well. Or even the conditions for this one. Oh, Spirit Command. I'm good. All I can really do is just rely upon range against this thing. And after all, this is a pretty dangerous thing. It's Mecha Gilgigan. It even appeared, actually, didn't it appear during the Getter Noir story stuff? Yeah, it did. hmm Good thing is, it does not have a map attack. Then I wish support attacks were a thing again in this game. At least it's weak to everything that we're using. The monster stopped moving. Now do flee. Yeah. Not the power of the sun by my side. Space Thunder! Sun attack! Did they do it? No, it wasn't enough. So not even that brought it down. Oh. High energy reading detected from that monster. Oh no, everyone, fall back! Status reports on units and ships. Status all units is green. Ship is stable, ma'am. Another attack like that and we're done for. Recover all units and withdraw from this area immediately. Roger. Get your cataphractos on die turn. Hurry! That ain't good. Dear God. Why did they send in something like that? Huh. So now in the nearby moon of the Vegan Empire, Motherburn. Really, it's called Motherburn? Command Center. I should have expected as much from King Vega. The saucer beast he had developed is phenomenal. That is no saucer beast. It's a monster discovered on the edge of the universe that was remodeled by vegan technology into a living weapon. Its name is Mecha Gilgigan. Mecha Gilgigan. Its armor is thick, its power is great, and it can regenerate. Not even the versus weapons have any hopes of standing against it. This will most definitely break our stalemate with them. However, we cannot control Mecha Gilgigan. Put another way, it means the homeworld we have determined we are unable to achieve results ourselves. And that is most displeasing. I must claim glory for myself somehow. You're not getting it. But yeah, that'll be it for now for sure. So thank you all for watching. Until the next part's all this, well, goodbye.